Hey, this is Mike with Dark Star Arms. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 armorer's tools and why I chose them and what I use them for. These will accomplish about 90% of all of your armorer's needs. Let's get started. Today we're going through just some of the essential armorer's tools that I wish I knew about when I first got started. These are going to do about 95% of the tasks that you will need to accomplish in any build. To start, though, I have an armorer's mat here. These come in a ton of different variations, different models, different rifles, firearms. It gives you different, information about the cartridges, ballistics, and it does a great job of kind of visually breaking down the rifle, kind of showing you where each one of these components fits within the overall rifle and kind of, basically how they're assembled. So if you end up with a part, after a build or something like that, and you're like, oh, shoot, where does that go? I must have forgotten that. This is just a great reference. It's right here. It's soft. It'll help you from, dropping things, sliding things around. Actually, there's a little magnetic pad on the side for different components. But beyond that, I say a good armorer's wrench is something that everybody should have. This one's by Magpul. They make phenomenal products. They have a ton of different accessories and items, but this one wrench you can get knockoffs, but this is worth the purchase. It's quality. It's built well, and even better, it has all of your torque values on the back. So it tells you if you forget or you just don't know. Your barrel nut torque between 30 and 80 foot-pounds, your castle nut 40 foot-pounds, your flash hider 30 foot-pounds. So it comes with a 1/2-inch drive, so you can connect it to a torque wrench. You've got your barrel nut side, you've got your castle nut side, you've got your muzzle device side right here. A great piece of equipment, very sturdy, very well built, and made in the USA, so you certainly can appreciate that. And again, this will last a lifetime. Treat your tools right, they'll treat you right. This is a great tool I would recommend for anybody that is going to be getting into moderate armorer's work. This will be a great resource for you, and again, a tool that you'll have for the rest of your life. Moving on, something very simple is a bench block. This is by Real Avid. They make great products as well. This is actually magnetized, so if you're punching a pin through any of these holes, it'll retain that ping, it'll capture it so you don't lose it. You can reuse it if need be, or if it is reusable. But this just allows you to, lay barrels in here, kind of tap out different pins, tap in different pins if you needed to, or, if you're putting a roll pin and want to get it started, you can set it in the channel here, get your punch set, get your hammer out, and get that started, and then, seat it all the way through. But again, something inexpensive. Again, the magnetic feature is nice. Has different size holes, so depending on how you orient your rifle or your pistol or whatever component you're working on, this will get you a long ways. Again, I started armoring in my apartment, in my kitchen, on the island, and this was an essential piece of equipment. This, along with this and a few of the other tools I'm going to mention today, again, will certainly be able to get you into working on firearms, and will just make the tasks a lot easier for you. Moving aside from this, one thing I really appreciate is a quality hammer and punch set. I've gone to Lowe's and Home Depot, not dogging any of the products there, but they are not built for armoring specifically. Yes, their punches will work, but this is a full kit, all the different sizes, really high quality. You've got your different brass pins or punches here. This will keep from marring the surface of any of the components. I mean, keep in mind that you're not beating the crap out of it, but you've got your synthetic ones, you've got your super small ones for different pin sizes, different roll pins, and then you've got your medium ones. I use a lot of these. You can see they're nice and worn on the ends, but again, for finishing roll pins on a gas block, or a a bolt hold open, bolt catch. These are great. They won't tear up the finish of your upper receiver, your barrel. The gas block comes with a great little hammer, which is plenty for all of your pin needs, or most of your pin needs. Again, you have the brass side, and then you've got a synthetic side here. Again, for different uses. Again, making sure you don't damage any of the components. But investing in a good punch set, again, inexpensive. These will last you forever. They work great. And I pull this out almost every time I work on a rifle. Even if I'm taking something down, I like to have this on hand, just in case I find myself, with a sticky pin or something that just, won't come out super easily. I mean, sometimes, your takedown pins get a little stuck. Put a punch against it, give it a light tap, and off to the races you go. Another essential piece of equipment is this. This is an inch-pound driver with a ton of different bits. This is by Fix-It Sticks, another quality company. They make great products. With all of these different bits, you will be able to do almost everything on your rifle. It has an inch-pound driver that you can easily attach to this handle here, and has all the simple settings. This is, you simply twist it. When the line lines up with whatever specific inch pound, you're there. I like to start small. I like to, go between 0 and 10 pounds, 15, 20, work my way up. If I have a sequence of bolts that I'm working on, I'll, do the pattern as recommended. But again, great piece of equipment. I throw this in my range bag. I never leave the house without it. It's saved me on numerous occasions. For instance, a loose scope ring, or, I need to remove a cap from an optic so I can fine tune it. Again, this has almost everything you need. Even has a larger driver for your traditional optics mounts to the Picatinny rail. This is something, again, I would not leave the house without. And then finally, if you do find yourself in a situation where you have a vise available to you, a good vice block is something that you would almost always want to have. This securely holds your upper receiver in the vise. This allows you to torque, your barrel nut, your muzzle device. It allows you to kind of work on your gas system, any of that. Again, something great to have, a little bit more security, again, because it does lock it in very tight, and it's a nice, neat package. This can easily go, again, in a drawer, a range bag, but you will need to have a good vise. And again, those are really expensive, but this is taking you a little bit further than the bench block will. This allows you to really lock that upper receiver in there. It's secure. You've got that peace of mind. And again, with these basic tools, with the addition of a torque wrench, if you are torquing on barrel nuts or muzzle devices, you will be all set. So with this grouping of tools here, again, I believe you can do about 95, 99% of any jobs on any AR platform rifles. A lot of these are multi-platform uses. This is specific for an AR-15. They make a 308 version. And we do have one additional. So this is something, this is a Geisley reaction rod. This is the big brother of this. This also goes in your vise. It is designed a little bit differently. It actually interfaces with the lugs of the barrel, and it holds it extremely secure. This is a very heavy, robust piece of steel here. You don't need to worry about breaking it. You really just clamp the crap out of it in your vise and slide your upper receiver with your barrel on there. I've used this to install barrels. I have used this to take off barrels, barrel nuts. I have used this to torque many muzzle devices. The nice thing is you can slide your upper receiver on and you can orient it 360 degrees if you're working on the bottom. If you're needing to tighten down some screws for a gas block, flip it over, slide it back on. You've got access to there. Flip it back over, do any work on the top side. If I'm leveling out a rifle, an optic, I would generally try to get this as level as possible, check my levels multiple times. That gets into a few other tools we'll get to in a later segment. But again, this is a little bit more expensive, but again, buy once, buy right. You'll never, ever need another one of these. These are wonderful tools. Again, this will do the job just fine. This is just a little bit more secure, more advanced, gives you a little bit more flexibility in how you hold that rifle or hold that component into place. So again, a little bit more expensive, but it is a wonderful product, very quality, and I would highly recommend it. But again, the wrench, the punch set and the fix-it stick inch-pound driver. All of these are relatively inexpensive and would be a great kind of entry point into the world of working on rifles, AR platform rifles, bolt action, really anything you would need in the firearm space.